Known lands or lands of origin, code ARB201. The known lands are the center of the Great Dome, but also the most deceived and controlled region. Everything that happens within these lands is a simulation imposed from the outside, mainly through the invisible domo projector, which generates false skies, simulated constellations, and an artificial calendar and history designed after the reset of 1728. Their perimeter is defined by the first ice walls, an artificially created circular barrier built by the Custodians. Beyond those ice walls lie natural and artificial portals, such as Dyatlov, Morris, and Higherenk, that connect to advanced civilizations, multiple giant races including the Anakim, the ancestral humans, Pleiadian beings, Venusians, and many other highly developed cultures. The known lands are also the soul enclosure. The human soul naturally returns to the celestial lands beyond the Great Dome, and this is precisely why the Custodians never abandon humanity as they do with other races. They know the human soul is the only force capable of breaking the spiritual architecture of their dominion. The known lands represent the manipulated origin, the cradle of humanity, especially post-1728, the point where the great battle for consciousness takes place. Pleiades, code ARB004. The Pleiadian beings possess an extremely elevated spirituality, yet they are also a culture that has suffered recent crises. They rarely involve themselves with the great Tartarian Empire or with modern humanity, but internal pressure, their own conflicts, and the advance of enemy forces have pushed them to seek alliances for the first time in a long era. The Pleiades are marked by two main regions: Alcyon, spiritual and political center; Taygeta, territory of their most advanced settlements. Essential traits: they possess living structures, luminous pathways, and habitats that merge with nature. They seek expansion and relocation due to nearby threats, and are currently attempting to survive in independent lands close to their dome world. Today they are in reconciliation with the ancestrals, establishing support routes and temporary colonies in neutral territories. Their new attitude of openness makes them strategic allies for future human liberation missions. Anunnaki's lands, code ARB013. The Anunnaki are expert colonizers, obsessed with expansion, genetic manipulation, and the initiation of catastrophic resets through resonance pyramids. They are the creators of the pyramids we know, although the Custodians also have similar structures. Their culture features F5 technology, sometimes approaching A6. Gigantic underground laboratories, especially in Sipar, with at least 8 internal levels. Bases distributed across multiple worlds throughout the Great Dome. Ability to alter climates, create hybrids, and manipulate historical timelines. Primary purpose: to extend their dominion beyond the Great Dome and initiate a reset in the lands beyond the Second Dome as well. Endiku, Gilgamesh, Neobiz, Erythratassa, Babylonia. The Anunnaki remain in a delicate balance with the Custodians, but unlike them, they possess an unstoppable ambition. They are a constant threat and the primary driving force behind conquest events. Custodians, code Quaoar-X001. The Custodians are the invisible masters of the Great Dome. Their historical power surpassed that of all races until the rise of the Anunnaki Nibiru Draco triad. Essential characteristics: extremely advanced technology, shape-shifting abilities, adopting numerous humanoid and non-humanoid forms, mind control, climate manipulation, and biological interference in other races. Responsible for the invisible domo projector and the human resets. Creators of the false stars within multiple domes, latest update. Colonizers of dozens of worlds, but they never abandon humanity because they deeply fear the spiritual force of the human soul connected to the celestial lands. Their core is Baal, a structure of rock, lava, and craters linked to internal portals. They have opened a passage toward the exterior of the Great Dome. They face unknown threats outside this world. They may return weakened, opening the possibility of a multiracial rebellion. The Custodians are the systemic enemy, the origin of deception and historical manipulation. Neptune, code Y556. The Neptunians are beings adapted to arid, vegetationless environments, with scaled bodies, bluish skin, yellow eyes, and long tails that allow rapid movement. There are three main regions: Triton, power center and residence of leaders; Poseidon, where advanced cities flourish; Nereida, nearly abandoned due to extreme climate. They were colonized by the Anunnaki for long periods, but later regained sovereignty. They possess a 3-rank technology: exceptional structural skill, towers, bridges, luminous cities, ancient knowledge of energetic architecture. Today they collaborate with Cassiopeia and the Ancestrals. The Neptunian leader is aware of Shiki's current journey toward Asgard and does not approve, revealing hidden dangers about what awaits there. Quaoar-X, code N855. One of the most unique races of the Great Dome. The Quaoars are small insectoid beings, highly spiritual, surpassing even many elevated races. Technologically in the A3 range, but with a mystical balance that impresses even the Cassiopeians. Former victims of an ancient Custodian colonization, during which their sacred minerals were stolen before their world was abandoned. Their leader Anxa maintains direct communication with the Ancestrals and Cassiopeia. Their world is surrounded by dark, dangerous seas, ocean of death, where they nevertheless heroically assisted in rescuing a damaged ancestral vessel. The Quaoars may become decisive allies in the future conflict, not through physical strength, but through their profound spirituality and energetic mastery. Saturn, code ARB206. One of the most astonishing worlds within the Great Dome, the Saturnians stand between 11 and 15 meters tall, possess colossal cities covered in living vegetation, use a 4-rank technology, maintain massive watchtowers, radars, and advanced defense systems, are silently colonized by the Anunnaki, though they retain autonomy. Main regions: Titan, giant forests, colossal fruits, living cities; Dione, multicolored oceans; Iapetus, urban and technological core; Hyperion, impossible mountain ranges. It is possible that petrified bones of ancient Saturnians lie buried in the known lands, as these beings attempted to intervene in past resets to protect humanity. They are potentially colossal guardians, powerful allies, natural keepers of balance. Nibiru. Code X074, the greatest mystery of the Great Dome. The Nibirans are not only advanced, they might be the true architects behind all the technology used by the Anunnaki and the Custodians. Possible characteristics: a 5, possibly a 6 technology. Amphibious humanoid fish hybrids or other advanced aquatic morphologies. Enormous inaccessible regions, Marduk, sealed structures, impossible walls. Presence in multiple worlds across the Great Dome. Ability to move through red light technology without the need for ships. War capabilities capable of extinguishing entire races. Providers of technology to Anunnaki and Custodians, placing them at the top of the power hierarchy. Major hypothesis: the Nibirans may be the race truly directing the entire colonization project from the shadows. If confirmed, then the Anunnaki are merely execution arms. The Custodians are only mid-tier overseers. The war behind the Great Dome has a far deeper origin. Nibiru is the unknown enemy and the possible key to why the human prison was created.